The jungle held its breath, waiting for the birth of the new baby Kong. Days passed in peaceful anticipation as every creature whispered about the miracle to come. King Kong himself never strayed far from his wife, guarding her with a devotion that touched the entire valley. Birds sang soft lullabies, and monkeys gathered fruits and leaves, decorating the landscape for the royal arrival. Elephants cleared paths, and even Scarface, to Lion King, respectfully kept his pride at a distance. The entire jungle was united in this single, hopeful wait. Finally, the morning came. The air was thick with emotion, a nervous energy that hinted at the great event. On a distant cliff, a wise old female Kong, the eldest of her tribe, began her journey. Her face was a map of ancient knowledge, her hands skilled in bringing new life into the world. She walked with purpose, guided by instinct and responsibility, heading towards King Kong's home. Inside their cave, Kong sat beside his wife, holding her hand as her breathing grew heavy. The time was near. The jungle community gathered outside, a silent, respectful audience. But then, without warning, the sky turned dark. Ominous clouds rolled in, and a cold wind tore through the trees. A single drop of rain fell, then another, and suddenly a torrential storm crashed down upon them. Trees bent against the fierce winds, and lightning split the sky with blinding flashes. The old lady Kong struggled against the deluge. Rain soaked her fur and blurred her vision, each step a monumental effort. Thunder roared, shaking the very ground beneath her. Back in the cave, fear tightened its grip on King Kong's chest. His wife groaned in pain, her labor beginning, but the midwife was still far away, lost in the raging storm. He tried to be strong, but his heart pounded like a drum of war. Outside, the jungle was in chaos. Monkeys screamed for shelter, and lions shielded their cubs from the terrifying thunder. The old lady Kong slipped on a muddy path and fell, but she pushed herself up, her resolve unbroken. She knew she could not fail. King Kong roared into the storm, a desperate call for help, but the wind swallowed his voice. The cave filled with the sound of rushing water and his wife's pained cries. He felt helpless, torn between staying by her side and venturing into the tempest to find the midwife. This was a battle he couldn't fight with fists. Just as despair began to set in, a silhouette appeared at the mouth of the cave. Soaked and exhausted, the old lady Kong had made it. A wave of relief washed over Kong, and a collective sigh of hope echoed silently through the waiting jungle. She entered, bowed her head, and prepared for the sacred moment. Outside, the storm continued its fury, but inside the cave, hope had finally arrived. King Kong held his wife's hand tighter, ready for the miracle to begin. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more adventures from the jungle.